Hello. I don't do anything for my birthday. I don't. I'm at an age where Christmas isn't that big of a deal to me. At least Christmas Day. I guess Christmas season is kind of fun. So, I don't really have any attachments to any big holidays anymore. But I do love rocks. I love rocks. And every year, 2 years running, we get to go to a rock show. Because I live somewhere where there is no crystal shops, no rock shops, nothing like that. So, if I want a rock, I either have to buy it online, shady, or I have to wait all year to go to the rock show. And yesterday was the rock show! Okay. This is like my Christmas. This is my one day a year where I get to be happy. While I'm sitting here taking it all in, I've decided I'll talk to you about it because I should have last year. Actually, last year I did, but I filmed it like this, and that's kind of shit. So today I'm gonna film it like this. There's gonna be 2 cams. We're getting special. We're getting technical. We're getting advanced. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay? So, this is my rock tray. This is where I keep all of them. As you can see, it's lacking a lot of color, and that's really what I'm all about. I like to have a nice color palette. I like a lot of blues, and a lot of purples, and a lot of pinks, a little bit of green. I love iridescence. Anything that lets off a flash like that at any angle. I have, where is that bad bitch? Here. I have moonstones. I love moonstones. And I have this one, which I don't really like. I'll tell you about that later. But I wanted to give you an idea of what I had going on already, so we could talk about what what I gathered and why. So, starting with clear quartz crystal rock is this one. I got this at one of my favorite places to go to there. It's just a normal clear quartz point. It's 2 of them actually stuck together. I love it when they accidentally get together. This one, as you can see, has some rainbow parts in it. Whenever you turn it at a certain angle in the light, you can see little rainbow flashes coming out of it, which is really cool. The matrix is a little bit cloudy, but I don't really care. I like them rough. I prefer for them to be rougher rather than perfectly clear. I love, actually, the imperfections are probably my favorite parts about them. They just add so much character. There's rarely a situation where I prefer to have a perfect immaculate crystal than to a one that doesn't have any imperfections at all. But that being said, I am very picky with my crystals. That's why, because people know I love rocks, people know I love crystals, so for occasions they'll be like, oh, I'll get you a crystal for your birthday, I'll get you a rock, and I'm like, don't. Because I'm not gonna like it if it doesn't match my color palette, or I don't like the way it looks. Then I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna throw it away because it's a gift. I'm gonna have to pretend to like it, and it's gonna go in that box over there because it doesn't belong in the cool kids club in the pie dish with my other crystals. So, that being said, the imperfections are really my favorite part. Like I said, I love crystal points, especially clear crystal points, because it just looks so different from so many angles. And when I showed this to my friend, she immediately said, Oh my god, it's a snail! It is a snail. And now I'm never going to be able to unsee that. It's snail shaped. So yeah, every time I look at this now, I'm gonna have to see a snail. And the first crystal I got actually is this one. It's another crystal point. This one I love. You'll see it. It's coming out right here. There's a little crack or something, and when you turn it in certain ways, there's these like 5 black lines that comes out of it. You can see up top there. That's my favorite part. There's also a line in the middle right here at the bottom, you can see. And it changes from silver to black depending on where you're looking at it. And if you actually look closer, this one has like a weird splotchy pattern on it. Like it looks like a puddle. And that's really interesting how they end up like that. I've never actually seen that. I wonder if that's from some kind of man-made thing that made it like that. But yeah, I thought this one was absolutely beautiful. And I love tiny crystals because I like being able to hold a lot in my hand at once. But sometimes a bigger one just feels so good to just hold. And that's a point I wanted to make earlier. I used to have way more crystals than this. The color palette used to be way more to my liking, but as you collect them and as you have them, they get lost. They get lost all the time, which is so sad because I like fall in love with my rocks. I feel, it's crazy, but I feel like the more time I spend holding them and the more time I spend around them, the more they like get acclimated to me and my energy. So it's so sad when I have to replace them or buy whole new ones. But at the same time, it's exciting because it's like an adventure. The next rock is this one. This is a clear quartz one again. There were bigger ones, but I just really like this tiny one. I love it when crystals are the same size as my thumbprint. Like, my aventurine over here is the same size as my thumbprint. I really like it. I bought this one. It's a little bit cloudy. I like them when they're clearer. I don't remember why I bought this, but I'm not complaining about it. It feels nice to hold. I already showed you this tiny one. I like having, if it's a very common or crystal I have a lot of, I like having quite a few pieces because I think it brightens up the display, and I know that I am going to lose them. I'm going to lose a good amount of them, unfortunately. There's this one. I used to have one almost just like this, but it went missing. I think it went missing in my house, so I'm hoping one day I'll find it, but I love how clear it is. It's just a cute little one. And then the last quartz is this. I actually do not know what it is. I remember getting it. I just don't remember what pile I grabbed it from. It looks clear, but it's a little bit opaque. By the touch, it feels a little bit softer than quartz, so I'm thinking, I was gonna say I'm thinking moonstone, but now I'm not, now that I was about to say it out loud. This could very well just be quartz, but it looks and feels a little bit different than quartz. I'm trying to give you a close-up to the fractures in it. If anyone is watching this that knows about crystals and could tell me their opinion. I'll do a hardness test later. I might put it on screen, who knows. This quartz is either rutilated or tourmalated. I got one of these last year, but I basically immediately lost it. And I remember thinking it was wrongly labeled, so I looked it up and it was wrongly labeled. I believe it's terminated quartz. It might be rutilated quartz though, I do not remember. And this was sold to me as a smoky quartz. I'll put it against the white so you can see the color. I can definitely see smoky quartz, but it's light enough that I think I might be able to call it citrine. If you disagree, please let me know, because I've always wanted citrine. I've always wanted a citrine like this, except like shaved at the bottom so it could stand up better, but this is close enough and I like it. I don't love how it matches in with the color palette. I think it's a little bit brown, but I think I can make it work. I think I got enough blue and enough purple to balance it out. And now, going from clear to clear, I have this. It was labeled as optical calcite. It's definitely calcite. I don't know where the optical comes from because it isn't like oxalite or however you say that dumb name. Like here. It doesn't like change it that much. I guess it changes it a little bit. It's a little bit rainbowy. So yeah, it's calcite but optical. And I love the rainbow glow, or I forget the word that you get from it at certain angles. That's my favorite thing to add. And I've had green calcite before. I've never really felt drawn to calcite, but I got 2 different calcites this year. The other calcite I got is blue. When I saw this, I just loved it. It's the same color as like a celestite or an angelite, and I just really liked it. I like how waxy it looks and feels. I love the shape. It's just such a satisfying chunk. And I love adding just some of this blue into the color palette if I can. And then we have this honka, amethyst. It's just a big guy. It's really satisfying to hold. This is one of the ones I just kind of grabbed. I didn't think too much about it before I bought it, but I'm actually really happy I bought it. It's a chevron amethyst. And it just looks good to have big chunks of color in there. Plus I really needed amethyst. The only clear quartz I had was, where is she? Like really tiny ones like this that are pointy and they're like hard to hold. And the only bigger quartz I had was this one, and it's breaking. Like this used to be filled in. A big chunk broke off at the end. It's like falling apart as I use it. Plus it isn't that satisfying to hold. So I definitely needed more quartz. These are not quartz, these are glass. And I lost all of my amethyst. The only amethyst I had left is this, and this is faded so much that it almost looks like clear quartz, which makes me so sad. I heard, well obviously the sun fades these, but I heard that if you put it like in a dark room or in a closet for a span of time, sometimes that can brighten the color back up. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. And this is the only holdable amethyst I had. You could see the gothite inclusions. That's my favorite part of this one. I think it adds so much personality. But this, I lost all my other amethysts that I was so attached to, and this was the only one I had left. So I haven't been using it. I haven't been touching it because I didn't want it to go missing like all the other ones. So yes, this was the first piece of amethyst that I got. Well, it wasn't the first one, but it's definitely the biggest one. And another piece of chevron amethyst. I accidentally got a little too much amethyst. A little bit too much. I would have gotten like maybe 2 or 3 less pieces. But I knew I needed some, and I wanted to get one for my friend. I ended up getting my friend something else, so now I get to keep it all. And I guess kept forgetting that I bought it. These tumblers. I kept forgetting that I already bought these tumblers, and that's why I have so many of those. The points were all on, well, all but one of the points were on purpose. My oh my. Yeah, quite a few. I probably would have gotten 2. This one, definitely, I loved the dark purple color. And maybe 2 or 3 more after that. I definitely didn't need all of these, but I'm sure some will go missing, so I'll live. I don't really regret the purchase. And then, amethyst points. I saw this baby amethyst, and I just had to get it. It was so cute. I don't know, there's something about it I love so much. It looks so magical. And this one, it's a amethyst point with 2 points. Actually, almost 3 points there. Actually, almost, okay, it's quite a few points, depending on how you count a point. Wow, when you bend it this way, it almost looks like plastic. But I like it when it has multiple points. I'm a 2-point kind of gal. And this one, I got it because I liked it. But then after a while, I think I liked it because it reminded me of this one, kind of. Just in hold, it has the flat edge on both of them. And it has, I'm assuming that's gothite inclusions. Ah! You can't see it whenever you bend it certain ways. But yes, I got that one. And this tiny baby one, I don't remember why I bought it, but I like the color. It's a nice little lavender. And, okay, these 2 that I got. I was about to buy this one. I like the hold, I like the feel, it's sturdier, it has a slightly more vibrant color. I just wanna... There's no point in using both if I'm not going to show some to this one, but I need this one because just using this would look really shitty. And I picked up this one, I liked it. I picked up this one, I liked it. I was about to go with this one because it's a little bit more vibrant and I like the color better. Or I like the feel better. But then I looked at this one from a certain angle. Do you see that rainbow blue spark that's coming out of it? That, I feel magical holding this. I feel magical holding this because of that little blue dot. Can you see? No, you can't see. This, I feel like I'm holding a fairy wand. Because it's got that little, it's got a soul. Do you see this? But yeah, I had to get this one. As soon as I saw that, I knew I had to get it. And these were $5 each or 3 for $10. And I was deciding between these. These were all 3 for $10. And so I was like, I have to put 2 of them back and only get 1. Or I could get 2 and it'll be $10. Or I could get 3 and it'll be $10. So I ended up with all 3 and I'm glad I made that choice. And then quartz, I got 2 rose quartz. I already had a little bit of rose quartz. I really didn't need more, but after I got all this purple and this blue and this clear, I thought, oh, I'll add a little bit of pink. And I got some pink stuff, but then I saw the rose quartz. I just love quartz so much. I wish I wasn't such a quartz girl, but clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz, aventurine, I'm so attracted to it for some reason. So I got these two rose quartzes. This one I got for the shape. It's like a very long egg and it doesn't have really many inclusions or imperfections at all. It's very smooth. And this one was just so bright and vibrant whenever it's actually, I think it's a little bit prettier. Not in the light. But those are the only two rose quartz I got. Halftime. I'm gonna go pink to pink and just grab all my pink. I'm not gonna go pink to pink. Yes, I will. I got rhodonite. There's quite a few that I did not expect to get, but once I saw it, I just felt so attracted to it. This rhodonite, for example, maybe not this specific rhodonite, but the rhodonite that they had. Because last year, the only rhodonite that they had was like heart-shaped and penis-shaped, and I just don't, I like tumblers. I think you've noticed. But I do not really like shaped rocks at all. I either like them tumbled or in their natural form. The only shaped rock that I think I have is this one. It's a kitty cat, and I have it because my friend Elle has the opalite one, and my friend Alex has the smoky quartz one, I believe. You might classify this one as shaped because it's like kind of boxy. And then I have ones like this. This is a velvet obsidian, and it's like pretty from certain angles. Yeah, there you see it. So that's a Cabo-chan though. I have Cabo-chans. Cabo-chan. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I just hadn't seen tumbled round rhodonite in person before, and when I saw it, I really liked it. So I got that one, and then, okay, I believe this is kunzite. I believe that's kunzite. This, I think, it looks white. This, it still looks white. This was Mango Bongo calcite. I don't know. I'll find it. Mango Bango calcite. I don't know. But it's a very light pink. It looks white on camera. And those are the pinkest ones. And then I wanted some agate, some Botswana agate actually. I did not see a lot of agate there that I liked at all. This one has these beautiful layers that you can see, but the problem I feel with agate, especially tumbled agate like this, tumbled Botswana agate like this, is one side's always gotta be ugly. And my nails are not dirty. I swear I cleaned them. I don't know why they look like this. This one especially. I have this weird mark under my nail. I don't know what it is. I think it might just be a bruise or a blood vessel or something. It doesn't hurt. I don't know. Diagnose me. But this one is absolutely beautiful, and the back isn't that ugly. I'm fine with it. And these were pink no. These are pink Botswana agate, and I don't know, I sifted through these for a while trying to find some that I liked. And these, I think I really like. I love when it's all these circles and they're shaved down in different directions. I love it. And still pink. This is one of my favorite things that I looked at the whole time. I could have bought the whole thing, but I had to stop myself. These are $1 a piece. Pink tourmaline. Okay, pink tourmaline. They all look like mini environments. What are they called? Mini ecosystems. I'm trying to show you. It's kind of hard to see with the light. This might be one that looks better without the light. But they all just have pink tourmaline, like perfect little pink tourmaline crystals growing out of them. And not only that, the matrix, they're like quartz. Like this one has a huge quartz crystal growing out of the side of it, along with these tiny little tourmaline crystals. And these are just some of my favorite things to look at. I cannot believe these are only $1. Not for the materials. I know these aren't expensive to make or find, but just the experience of looking at them. I think these are so beautiful and spectacular to look at. I don't have a stutter, I'm just stupid. And blues and greens. Actually first, this is called Stitchite. I have never heard of it before. It's alright, I guess. I wouldn't say I was particularly drawn to it. I think it's beautiful, actually. I sifted through and found a piece that I really liked. But I got it. Never heard of it before because it's called Stitchite. And I love Lilo and Stitch. I think that's one of the best movies ever. It was my favorite movie when I was a kid. So I had to get something called Stitchite. And I'll have to look into it more. But I'm happy with the piece that I got. And then I got this piece of Angelite. I already have Angelite, but I put my rocks outside for the moon, and then I don't wake up until later. So sometimes condensation really gets on them. Sometimes the sun gets on them. I think that's why some of them are faded so much. But this one gets condensation and stuff on it, and you can see it has white specks everywhere because it's anhydrite. It can't get wet, otherwise it turns into something similar to this. So I just wanted to get another Angelite just to balance out the colors, and in case anything ever happens to this bad bitch. And then I got two Celestites. It's just a little light blue one. I already have a rough Celestite. I get Celestite every time I see it because for some reason I have bought like 5 Celestites before and they all go missing. And I don't know why, because I barely use it. Like I use it a few times a year maybe because it goes missing so frequently. So these two, along with this one, will likely get lost soon, but it just balances out the colors in it so well. I think blue is the best filler color. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so I like to have a lot of blue in my color palette. So I replace my Celestite frequently. After Celestite, I got this Fluorite. I have had this Fluorite since last year, and I feel nothing when I look at this. I don't feel attracted to this Fluorite at all. I've never felt attracted to Fluorite, so I thought it just wasn't for me until I found these, and I thought they were so beautiful. And I've seen a lot of Fluorite before, but I guess I'd just never seen tumbled Fluorite that looked so round and pretty like this, because I'm actually really into this. That's why I think a lot of it is kind of a visual thing more than an attraction thing. Because I got this one last year just to say that I had Fluorite, and I've never liked it, but I think these are so beautiful, and I love them so much. And then I have these two Criscola. They kind of look like they might have a tiny bit of malachite in them. I'm not positive. These are just so lovely. There's only 2 rocks in the whole show this year that I really wanted but I didn't get, and one of them is a Criscola. I didn't get it because it was $20 and now I regret it. I wish I would have gotten it. Put back some of that amethyst. But these are absolutely beautiful. I never thought I would be attracted to something that's such a bright, almost green, especially this side, but I think they just look lovely. Like, I've never been into malachite. Just like the cloudy, dark and light bands of malachite. I've never been attracted to it. I've never felt the need to buy it or anything, but just something to do with the way the colors go together on these, with the turquoise and the green and the brown especially. I love the brown. These are so absolutely beautiful, and I'm glad I bought them. Now these were all labeled turquoise. These two I can definitely see as turquoise. Like, that is turquoise. This one looked kind of odd at first, but it's turquoise. This one, on the other hand, looks more like his uncle, Criscola. Do you think this is Criscola? Because I really think it might be Criscola. Then I got 3 bloodstone. I've been wanting bloodstone for a while, but never found specific pieces that I liked, I guess, or I never cared enough to make sure that I got it. I've never actually seen these under the light before, but the red is like underpronounced, and they're very beautiful. I think they'll blend right into the color palette very well. And I got these two. These are jade. I think one of them was labeled as jadeite, but jade. I love the flowery almost imperfections in this one. But I already had jade. I've wanted jade for so long, but I didn't know that I already had it because I couldn't figure out what the fuck these were. I've had these for over a year now. No, almost a year now. And I've never been able to correctly identify them, partly because there's like 79 different flavors of jade and they all look different. But now I know that these are jade because I found them labeled jade this year, and it looks exactly like this. But now I've been staring at these for a year, feeling such resentment that I don't know what they are and I couldn't figure it out, that I don't even like them anymore. I thought they were so beautiful, so I grabbed them at the Renaissance Festival and I forgot what they were labeled. I went through all of my pictures and videos. I didn't have one that caught this one specific label. I haven't known what it was for almost a year now. And now I don't like them because I've been sitting here not knowing what they are. So I don't know what I'll do with these. And this one was a last minute grab. I just saw it and I thought it was so beautiful. I don't know why. It's called Picasso stone. I've never felt particularly attracted to it before. I've seen it before. But this one just looked like a sunset with the trees and the forest, and it just looks like a piece of art. And I think it's so interesting, and I just felt so attracted to it, so now I have this one. And now I want to talk about her. I have never felt attracted to lapis before. I've had a sodalite for probably 3 years now. No, probably way more than 3 years now. I've had this since I was a little kid, but ever since I've been using this dish, I've had her in here for who knows how long. But I kind of had her in here out of obligation, just to have a darker blue stone, and because it's a very popular stone, I just had it. But this year, last year, I got a lapis for my friend. And it was like the last thing I grabbed before they closed. So I had to leave, and I was like, it's so pretty. They had the prettiest cut out pieces of lapis. They were shaved down to like very interesting shapes, but like a good size. You could hold it in your hand. I got it, and I was gonna keep it for myself, but my friend's little sibling asked me to get that for them. I was like, okay, you can have it. And I was hoping that this year the same person would be there with the same beautifully crafted chunks of lapis, but they were not. But I just felt so attracted to the lapis this year for some reason. And I got some. This one, wait till I turn it over. Oh my god, that is so vibrant. Like, it looks like a computer added image I just put here. It's not. It's that vibrant. It's so fucking beautiful. I was thinking before, like, this is sick, but I can look up this color. I got this color in Stitch right here. I was thinking, there's probably people who lived 200, 300, who lived forever ago that would never see this color in their lives. Like, the ocean isn't this vibrant. Maybe they would find a fish that was this color, and that would be like the highlight of their lives. But places that didn't have lapis, that didn't have indigo, that didn't have making dye for their clothes and their paint and stuff, this isn't a color that existed in their minds, and that's just so crazy to think about now. 'Cause we have every color at our disposal. Well, most of them. Aren't there like bees who can see 29 colors that we can't or something? That's fucking crazy. This must be like that for peasant children. 'Cause like the sky is never this color, the ocean, it's just crazy. Maybe that's why they liked blue-eyed people back then. That and racism. But isn't it? It's just spectacular. But yeah, I have these lapis. These were like $6 each. And I try to be a good person, 'cause this whole little thing going on, the rock show, it has a bunch of booths set up with all these tables with all these rocks, and barely anybody is even charging tax. Like, if something's $1, you hand them $1 and you walk off. There aren't really cameras there. It's like a huge gymnasium with all these tables with like 2 police officers for the whole thing. I'm not a bad person, but I wanted to steal so bad. Like, I was like, if I was a bad person, I would have so many rocks right now. I was talking to my friend, and I was showing her the one rock that I really wanted. It was a Criscola. It was beautiful. It was $20, so I didn't get it. And she was like, why didn't you just slide it in your pocket? And I was like, you don't know how many times I've thought of that, but I can't. It's not like Rock Walmart. These are people who make a living selling these crystals on trust. They aren't looking at me. I could walk up and put it in my pocket if I wanted. And I pick out all my crystals, I pick out all my rocks, and I go to the selling lady. $6. And I hand them to her, and she's like, oh, lapis. What did we have these for? We had them for like $1, right? No. No, you didn't. You had them for $6. But I'll take it for $1. If you're offering. She's a nice lady. She was like, how about I do these 2 for $6, but I'll give you this one for $1. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So yeah, I got $5 off. But aren't these just absolutely spectacular? And in this one, if you hold it the right way, so you can see the shimmer shimmer. And this one, there's only like 1 or 2 lapis that I really wanted that I didn't get. Well, not even really wanted, because if I really wanted it, I would have gotten it. But that one's even sparkly. I don't know. I'm so happy. These are like, this one and the amethyst are like the 2 things I'm most proud that I got this year. I love them. And then I got moonstone because I got like 1 or 2 moonstone. Well, I have like 1 or 2 moonstone, you see. Well, I have moonstone like this. Like the not very stony or moony moonstone. But I wanted more moonstone like this one. But I only got 1. I don't know why I only got 1 last year. And this one was chipping. You see that at the top? So I was like, okay, I need to get more this year. And so I did. I got these 3. And I got a little chunk of white moonstone. Even though I still have some white moonstone in here. But these, I'm happy that I got. These would be good additions. And Larvikite, because it's like a darker moonstone. I don't know, I'm real into it. And I never planned to get more Labradorite because I have this Labradorite. I have had it for a long ass time. I don't know how long, at least 3 years. And I think it is absolutely spectacular. I love the shape. I love how easy it is to hold. I love that even this side is so reflective and so iridescent. It isn't even the glass side, but it looks like this. I don't know, everything about it I love so much. I hold it all the time. I hold it pretty much every day. I carry it with me, I take it places, and it has never gone missing ever. So I never ever planned on getting more Labradorite than just this hunk, even though I think Labradorite is absolutely spectacular. This is one of the favorite rocks that I have. But then I saw that I've only ever seen jagged hunks of Labradorite, and I've only ever seen big pieces of Labradorite, like too big to hold. I've never seen just a little cut down tumbled piece of Labradorite, and I just thought it was so neat, and I thought she could have a baby sister. So I didn't expect to, but I got this piece and I'm glad that I did. And I got this is labeled as Sunlight Sodalite, but I know it's just called Sunlight because they need an excuse for these orange inclusions. But yeah, Sunset Sodalite. I didn't really plan to get any more Sodalite, but I figured she's kind of fading and a nice dark blue could add some stuff to the color palette, so I decided to get her. I don't know, maybe I'll fall in love with her. And this is Selenite. At least that's what they told me. I think it's so cool how, like, I've had this one for 2 or 3 years, and she is rough. Like, I could very well, I'm not even gonna pretend to do it, but I can scratch layers off of her if I even scratch my nail against it. But somehow they can turn it into a ball and it doesn't fall apart or feel scratchy at all. Maybe it's coated with something. Maybe I'm stupid, I just realized that. Maybe it's coated with something, I hope not though. This is Selenite, well, Satin Spar probably. I don't know. I didn't plan on getting any more Satin Spar because I already have quite a few sticks, but I don't have a ball. And I liked her. I don't know. She makes it seem very fresh. Like, this is a very modern, fancy one to have. And these, let me show you. These were all $0.25. There's a giant bucket with a whole bunch of just brown rocks in it, and you dig them out, and they're $0.25 each. And I wanted to go back Sunday just so that I could go in the quarter bin and get the Criscola I wanted, but just so I could go in the quarter bin to look for more, because when I was really looking at these, I realized how beautiful they are. There's this one. I don't know what it is. A lot of people were selling things that look like this. They were labeling it as like coral fossil. I don't know, but they look like little beans. This one I think is absolutely beautiful. I don't know. There's just something cartoony about it, and I think it's crazy that this just naturally comes out of the ground or the sea or whatever. So that's a quarter, and I love it. This one, I believe, is an agate. It almost looks like a dendritic agate, and it's just so beautiful. But yeah, I didn't think much of this one when I first grabbed it, but now that I look at it more, I think it's absolutely spectacular. This one, I just like that it looks like a hunk. I don't know, it looks like something and I like it. And this one is cool, because you know how I feel about circles. And I like how this one wraps all the way around. I don't know, this one is absolutely sick. I have no idea what these are. If I don't know what something is, and you do, please tell me in the comments, or if I said something wrong, please tell me, or if you just want to give me a fun fact about rocks, please let me know, but be nice about it, because I'm sensitive. And this one is also cool. I don't really know what it is. And then I got my man's here. I love this motherfucker. I think he's the neatest thing. I don't really know what he's holding. It's supposed to be quartz, but it's kind of blue, so I'm feeling agate, or maybe dyed, or maybe pebble, or maybe fish rock, I don't know. But I love him. I want to carry him around with me everywhere. I said he's a good luck troll from Peru, and I don't know, I just love him so much. He's like my best friend now. Oh, I also got these little quartzes. I got these hematite rings. I actually got 4 of them, but I already broke one. So I realized maybe don't always wear one. I got this howlite ring. I didn't plan on getting this, I just saw it and thought it was so interesting because I've never seen crystal rings in person that were beaded and this tiny. But I like it. And I got a piece of ammonite. I have to like restrain myself from buying ammonite every time I see it. Cause brain says rock, but I know it's not a rock. And I got this chunk of howlite. I think I'm gonna smash it and do stuff with it. But I never thought that I would find petersite here. That's like a few of the things I've been trying to find at that place. I've been trying to find petersite and Larimar and morganite and opal. I have found opal there. Last year I found very tiny pieces of opal for like $8 each. I say $8. It was an okay price. And this year I went to the opal place. They have a place on the far end with a big box of rough, they looked like Ethiopian opals, and there's like a big tub of water in case you want to look at it better. And the price by weight, I think it was like $18 a gram, and I don't know what a gram is, so I pick up one that I like, and I'm like, that's cute. $18 a gram, 30 bucks, sounds good. I weigh it, that motherfucker was like $100. I couldn't, but I wanted to like take some pictures of them, like dig a little, see if I could find any that I really liked, anything like that, because I'm looking. I want to make my own ring one day when I get married. When I marry a boy, I don't like wedding rings. I don't like just a fucking 10-carat diamond in the middle. I do not like halos. I just don't like classic gold band diamond wedding rings at all. I very rarely like any rings at all. So when I get married one day, I just hope that he has enough money that I can make my own ring. So I've been collecting rocks that I'm thinking about putting in my ring. Different opals. Let me see. I definitely want opal in my ring. I have these rocks that I might put in the ring. I don't know. I've just been collecting. You didn't even need to know that. But I'm seeing if there's any pieces that I love so I could put it in my ring one day. And as I'm looking through this box, guy, no joke, he's standing over me, like, hey, you like that one, huh? And I'm like, okay, no, I don't like it anymore. Like, it's good to engage with the people that will buy it, and obviously some of these rocks are expensive, you need to keep an eye on me. But all up in my business, I could feel you breathing on me. Like, some of the people there, it just makes me so uncomfortable how bad they want to sell it to me. Like, the opal people were like that, and the shark teeth people were like that. I could not look at the shark teeth. They were all up in my business, trying to sell me stuff like it was an infomercial. But I always try to find opal there, and morganite there, and Larimar. They have Larimar. I want perfect Larimar, and I have yet to find perfect Larimar. I want a nice light turquoise or mint green or whatever color that is, and white pattern in the front and in the back. The back always has some kind of orange in it or a giant crack in it. So one day I will find my perfect Larimar, but not today. Larimar, opal, morganite, have never found morganite there. I want morganite so bad, but they don't have it. Petersite. I never thought that I would find petersite there. I never thought I would see petersite in person ever, but they had these. They're literally $2 a piece. I should have looked harder, but I wanted to get out of there. But here, I'll show you. Nothing crazy. I am just in love with crystals that look different from different angles. That's my favorite. Like, oh my god. Right? That one. And this one. So sick. Oh, that one's fancy. It's like I've been watching videos online of Petersite, and I've been looking at Etsy listings, just going through the videos and Etsy listings for so long, just looking at Petersite, and now I actually own it. That's absolutely sickening. Look at that, it's magic. Like, this is one I would have bought for like $30 on Etsy or something, but now it's just here for $2. Here she at. Herkimer diamonds. I got these Hercs, baby. Double terminated quartz. I got a fuck ton of tiny ones. They had the tiny ones for 4 for $1 or 3 for $1. I think it was 4 for $1. So I got 12 of them, but I like the super tiny ones. Like, you can barely even see them tiny. So I brought them to the lady, and she was like, no baby, go get another one. Cause I didn't realize, I guess people like really large Herkimer diamonds, like collectors or whatever, but I like the babies. Here, and I can show you. And I want to find this one. There's 2 of them. You know how I feel about that? The rest of them are pretty tiny as well. Besides, these I got somewhere else. These are a tiny bit bigger. Let me get them. These are a tiny bit bigger. I got them from a different bitch. Oh no, 3 of them. 3 of them. And let me show you. Oh, I got these. I got these for reasons. I was actually disappointed by this. I have 2 of these tiny little ones. Because one stall sold these, but all the places that had bottles of rose quartz like this, it was like super vibrant rose quartz. Like, super disgustingly vibrant. So I did not think it was real. I thought it was glass. It might have just been very high quality rose quartz that they for some reason crushed up and put in a bottle, but I didn't trust it. I was like, this is too good quality. That's not real. And I'll show you the gifts I got. I got this for my friend's friend. What's their name? It's like Sam or something. I got the rock, I don't even remember their name. Paige, Peyton, Prairie, I don't know. We're so close, I love them. But I was at their house with my friend, and they mentioned wanting this, so I decided to get it for them. And this is for Alex. I hope she likes it. I don't think she likes what I got. She liked what I got her last year, so hopefully she likes this. It just reminded me of her. It's just a little bracelet. No, necklace. And this is what I got Elle. Wow, it's lovely, isn't it? It's some kind of hematite, I believe. Like, spectral hematite. I don't know, some made up name they made up to sell it to me. It actually looks like this on the back, the sparkly part. I asked them what they put over it to make it like so clear and sparkly. She said it's an acrylic finish, just so it doesn't fall apart because it's a very like sensitive, like it can rub off on you stone. And there's just a surprising amount of people working there that don't know anything about rocks. Like, I was so pleasantly surprised when people could answer my questions, because they have a whole identification area in the front with like actual gemologists that you can talk to, and I'll go up to them and I'll be like, hey, can you tell me what this is? I've had this for a while and I'm not sure what it is. And they'll be like, yep, don't know. They're like, I would have to do a specific gravity test and physical fitness test to see what this actually is, and not gonna. It's just like, maybe, no, never mind, I'm a hater. I think maybe they are there for people that know nothing about rocks. Maybe they're there for like people that are like, what's this? So they can just be like, it's amethyst, man. Maybe I'm being mean by being like, can you identify this blue circle for me? And them not being able to immediately do it. But yeah, even people selling crystals, there's a surprising amount of people that do not know anything about crystals. It's weird. Like, I was so pleasantly surprised when someone could actually answer my questions. Like, when I asked the lady what was on this to make it so bright and shiny, I expected her to be like, nothing. I expected her to lie to me because there, not that much, I don't want to exaggerate, but there's a bit of mislabeled stuff there, especially citrine. I didn't really see any real citrine at all, maybe a few bigger towers, but there was a lot of cooked amethyst there. So I kind of expected her to lie to me and tell me that there was nothing on this. Either that or say, I don't know, I just work here. But she actually told me it's an acrylic finish. This is why we do it. This is why we have to do it. And I was really pleasantly surprised. And I was at this one booth for like ever. That's the booth where I got the Petersite and the Criscola and the most of the pink Botswana agate. A lot of stuff I got there. That's where the lady was like, "Oh, lapis, $1, right?" So I was there for a while. I checked out like 4 different times because I kept coming back. And this guy, working there, I think there were like 3, maybe 4 people at that booth. He was like, "You've been here for a while." And I was like, "Yeah. I'm not good at talking to people." He was like, "I bet you're finding a lot of good stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I never thought I would find Petersite here." And the old guy next to him was like, "Oh yeah, we have that." And then he was talking to someone else about something rocky, I don't know. And I was like, "Oh, he knows what he's talking about." So I was like, "Hey, do you have morganite?" And he was like, "Nope, don't have morganite. We have aquamarine, but not morgan." I don't know. I know so little. I know so little about rocks and crystals and everything. But so I feel like nothing. I feel like everybody knows so much more than me because I'm looking at like real gemologists and stuff. And I just expect people, especially at these functions, to be able to talk to me about it and for me to feel special because like I'm like, "Oh, I understand what that means. Oh, I know what you were talking about there." But when I'm talking to these people and I'm like, "They all have morganite," and they're like, "What?" I'm just like, "Oh, this is not a safe space." But yeah, I'm happy with my purchases. And it's been an hour. So, thank you for watching. I will see you next year if I get to go. Thank you for watching. Tell me things you want to tell me if you want to tell me things. And amen. And this is the color palette for this year. This is everything I got. I am really satisfied with that. And yes, peace.